As with the input channels, outputs are all identical, 1 to 4 in the case of a DX0.4 and 1 to 6 on a DX0.6. There are high and low pass filters available, and filter types Butterworth, Linkwitz-Riley and Bessel in slopes from -6 dB per octave up to -48 dB per octave can be selected. The frequency can be selected either by stepping up and down in increments of 1 Hz or by directly typing the value in Hz and clicking Enter. Note that frequency is always in Hz. K is not recognized, so for example, to enter 1.2 kHz, you need to type 1200, enter. 8-band equalization is available with the same functionality as the input channel EQ. Each band can be individually switched between bell, high shelf with specific slope, high shelf with vary Q, low shelf with specific slope, low shelf with vary Q, first, second and vary Q low pass, first, second and vary Q high pass, notch, and first and second order all pass. Gain can be adjusted by dragging and dropping the gain fader, using the up-down arrows to make adjustments in 0.1 dB increments, or directly typing a specific value followed by enter. Frequency and Q or slope can also be trimmed up and down using the arrows, or values can be typed followed by enter. The entire 8-band EQ can be bypassed, in which case no EQ slopes will be displayed on the graph. Each individual band can also be bypassed, which defeats the EQ but retains the values, or reset to 0 dB gain by clicking on Flat. The save and load functions allow entire output EQ configurations to be saved as a file, then subsequently loaded, great for applications where the same EQ is frequently required. The frequency response graph shows the frequency response that the EQ has created, and in addition, any gain adjustment for the channel is also displayed. The cursor option displays a numbered cursor for each individual band of EQ plus the high and low pass crossovers, as long as they are not bypassed. Using the cursors, frequency and gain can be adjusted by dragging and dropping anywhere in the graph, and when you click on a cursor, arms appear which allow you to edit the Q or slope of that band by clicking and dragging the box at the end of the arms. There is a 2-stage limiter available for the best possible system protection. The program limiter is designed to operate as a long-term power limiter to avoid driver voice coil burnout due to excessive power being applied over an extended period. The threshold sets the level in dBu at which the limiter operation starts and can be adjusted from +20 to -10 dBu. Attack determines the speed at which the limiter comes into operation from 4 milliseconds to 1000 milliseconds or 1 second. Release determines the speed at which the limiter deactivates once a signal drops back below the threshold and can be adjusted from 10 milliseconds to 3 seconds. The peak limiter functions, as its name suggests, to restrict extreme peaks in the music signal to prevent driver over-excursion. As the peak rating of a speaker is always higher than the long-term or AES rating, the peak limiter threshold is adjustable in dB above the program limiter threshold, from 0 dB, i.e. the same threshold as the program limiter, up to 18 dB above. The attack on the peak limiter needs to be as fast as possible, so this is preset and cannot be adjusted. The release can be chosen from slow, suitable for subwoofers, medium, suitable for full range or mid-range systems, and fast, ideal for high-frequency compression drivers. All limiter values can be set by dragging and dropping the faders or typing a specific value followed by enter. A gain reduction meter shows the limiter operation when the thresholds have been reached. There are 3 output level meters displayed that show the level at different points in the output channel signal chain. These are before gain, before limiter and after process. A look at the routing and delay tab shows these positions indicated by dotted lines, with BG before gain showing the point at which signal is routed to the output channel. BL before limiter is the level prior to the 2-stage limiter, and AP after process is the final output level that would be routed to your amplifiers or powered speakers. The feature top left is the channel preset. This is an extremely powerful feature which enables extremely quick and accurate system configuration utilising the library of Marin Audio speaker output presets that were bundled in the zip file with the desktop application setup file. The output presets contain all the output parameters, crossover filters, box equalization, gain, delay, and importantly limiters, so that any connected Marin Audio speaker will sound exactly as intended. The output presets are locked, so as long as the correct preset for any given speaker is selected, it isn't possible to change the EQ or just limiter thresholds, so the sound quality and protection for the speaker is always maintained. Loading an output preset is a simple case of clicking load and navigating to the preset you need. Full range cabinets have 2 options, full range suffix FR and with a high pass filter engaged suffix HP for when the speaker is used with a subwoofer. Sub presets have 3 options. The standard preset is the generic published parameters for the sub. This can be used when the sub is used with legacy Marin Audio products or a third-party manufacturer's speaker. There is a large FR option for use when the sub is used with a full-range speaker featuring an 8-inch or larger low-frequency driver, and a small FR version for when the sub is used with a speaker with a 6-inch or smaller low-frequency driver. When a Marin Audio output preset is loaded, the name appears at the bottom of the channel preset section. It shows locked at the top, and all faders and values are greyed out to indicate that they cannot be adjusted. As the Marin Audio presets are locked, there is the option to select Factory, which restores the factory default settings, so you can again make any changes to the output, including, if required, recalling an alternative Marin Audio preset.